Hello everyone. It's a long time since we did our craft corner things. It was before Christmas with all the Christmas things. But now I'm going to show you what you can do with Christmas cards if you haven't already thrown them away. We're going to make little boxes. So you can make little boxes out of your Christmas cards. So then if you want to give gifts, you've got a box to put them in. You can use any kind of card, birthday cards or whatever you've got left over, if you have any left over. But it's very easy to do and it saves you buying gift boxes. If you want to do it deeper, you can. If you want to do it shallower, you can. This one was made from a small square card, but I've got a rectangular one this time for this one I'm going to show you. So it doesn't really matter what size your cards are, it will just end up in being a different size box. But what you have to do first of all is cut it in half. And I've got a lovely little guillotine here which really helps. And so you just cut it in half down the fold.
So you can use scissors if you don't have a special guillotine.
You can use scissors.
Fancy guillotines.
So then there's two pieces exactly the same. Well, we want the bottom a little bit smaller than the top so that the lid will go on. So make sure you've got the bottom and you're going to cut, probably with your scissors, 1/8 of an inch all the way round. So it's only a tiny bit, but it's much easier with a guillotine. See, just a tiny little sliver you want off each side. It's quite simple to do with your scissors.
You missed.
I missed a bit, yes, it didn't connect. This is just for quickness in this demonstration, so you don't spend ages just watching me cut around with scissors. Right, that's that done. Let's put all those bits over to the side, out of the way. I don't think I'll need my guillotine anymore. Okay, so we'll start with the bottom of it first. So if you take your ruler and you measure 3/4 of an inch from the edge. We're doing across the short side, so 3/4 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch that side, and then we have to do it again at the top. 3/4 of an inch. Whoops, that wasn't quite on the spot. And 3/4 of an inch there. And then you draw a line connecting those. And the other side. Oh, I'll tell you what I didn't get. I need a needle. A knitting needle.
You need a needle.
A knitting needle. Here we are. Just score it. You can use whatever you want. You can use sort of the back of the scissors if you want, or anything that's sort of pointed but not too sharp because you don't want to damage the card. But I use a knitting
maybe
needle.
A fork?
Possibly.
If you tip
yes.
it to the side.
If it's fine prong. Okay, and you just go down that line twice. Just go down the line. It just makes it bend easier. And the same again, that side. There we are. Right, now you start the other way, that way round. So now we want 3/4 of an inch this side. We do it on the line. 3/4 of an inch there, put a mark so you can see down that line, and then another 3/4 of an inch, and then the same again this side. We want, where's my 3/4 there, 3/4 of an inch there, and then another 3/4 of an inch there, and then round the other side of your card. So there's 1 3/4 and a second 3/4, and then this side, where's my 3/4 there? It's got that many little lines on this side that it's all in 16ths, and it's a job to see which exactly is the 3/4. There we are. So then what you do now, get your scissors and you cut down to the second mark that you made.
Second mark.
So cut down that line to the second mark there. And then this side. Oh, my hand's shaking.
Are you nervous?
I don't know. It's
Oh, now that I've said that.
And down that line till you get to the second one, and then down this line. I'm shaking that much I can't find the spot. Oh dear. Right, okay. So then you get your ruler and your scoring tool and put it on the mark on that one. The second one, and go right across, and then you come back to the one nearest the edge, and you only want to go between the two cut lines. So you just score it to there. So you're not going over the edge with that one. And then do the same at the other side. So that's the furthest one in, and you go right across, and then that one just do the middle bit. And if I'd been thoughtful, I should have done the other one before, but I didn't think about that. So then you bend it down the bits.
Like it doesn't want to bend.
Yes, it's got a mind of its own. Put it down there. Right, now what I found was easier, you get your edges, and if you cut just a tiny bit off, tapering it to the join each side, it fastens a lot easier. So you cut a tiny bit off like that each side, and then your card will sit a lot easier. It would be much easier to put together. There. Come on, you can do it, little thing. Let's do the other two. Right, move those out of the way. Now I'm using double-sided tape, but if you haven't got double-sided tape, you can use sellotape. Stick the edges down with the sellotape, and when you come to the bit where you need to fold over, you just roll the sellotape into a tube, so then it sticks. So I'm going to put double-sided tape on this bit here, and on the other side.
Stand up, I can see easier.
Okay, so if I take the tape off that, right, so you bend your corners in, make sure they're sitting right at the bottom there, and just bend it up. Now if you're using sellotape, you can just put a piece of sellotape across the edges there, but then make sure that that fits nicely. Now I'm going to put some double-sided tape on that bit, but if you've got the sellotape, just roll it into a tube, sticky side out. I put 3 bits on my last one because I used sellotape on my other one, this one that I tried, that I showed you. So you just roll it into a tube, sticky side out, and put it on there, and then you just fold that over, and that makes the edge of your box. But double-sided tape is very easy to use. So if I do the other side, that's it. Come on, it's hard, sometimes hard to get the top off double-sided tape. Oh, that took the whole thing off. It didn't take the top off. It took all of it off.
Oopsie.
That was not intended. Right, make sure it's centered right down to the bottom on the seam. Press that. Then we want double-sided tape on the long bit.
Hello, pussycat.
Oh, Modo's come to see us again. He's he thinks he wants to join in.
He wants you to sit on your chair so he can sit on your lap.
Yes. He does like to curl up. I have a recliner chair, and I put my feet up, and he curls up between my feet on the base of the recliner.
Just see him staring.
So that's the base done. Now, if I had thought before, I would have marked all this other one out and done it easily, but I haven't, so I will have to show you again how to do it. So 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. You have to make sure that you do it the same way round, because if you've got a square card, you'll have to remember which is the ends and which is the middles, because you don't want the marks done at the wrong place. So I nearly drew the line the wrong way because I'm trying to be quick. Ah, dear.
I may pause and come back
Yes.
to when it is done.
Yes.
Ready?
Yeah. Welcome back. I've managed to score it and cut it and do all the bits to it as we did. So there we are, the base. I've put my sticky tape on, my double-sided tape on. So if I just take those ends off there, then we pull the edges around as we did before. Make sure they're right down to the bottom of the card, and just turn the edge up. There we are. And then if I take the top off that double-sided tape and just turn the edge over like that, that bit's done. Then we can do the same again with this side. Good, that's it. Move the 2 edges in and make sure they're right down to the bottom of the card. Oops, come on. Oops. doesn't want to come off. I don't want to take all the sticky off by mistake like I did before.
Try the other end.
Yes, maybe the other end is playing ball much better. Right, over like that. There we are. So then we have a very nice little box. Oops. Which they fit easily. This one is from my sister, this card. But with the other one, I've just put a little bit of pretty paper in, or a bit of tissue you can put in, tissue paper, just to cover up the writing.
Yes.
And there you are. You can, if you want it narrower, you put less than 3/4 of an inch. If you want it deeper, you put more than 3/4 of an inch, depending on what you want to give. If you want to give a necklace, it would be fine. Or a pendant would go nicely in here, or earrings, or whatever. Any kind of small gifts you can put in, and you can use up your cards that way. You don't have to throw away lovely cards that you've got, or you can even keep them for yourselves. Put your small bits and pieces in. It makes a nice gift to give away, or just something to keep for yourself. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoy making lots of boxes with your cards. All right, bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.